Okay, here's a bit of an update. Finally got the Transgo HD2 kit and the torque converter for my transmission, so I was able to install the shift kit and the torque converter, bolt it up to the motor, and install the motor and tranny. And for the most part, the 4L80E fits quite well in the transmission tunnel of a 71 Nova. As you can see here, like all up around, we can get plenty of light in there. There's plenty of room around the transmission tunnel there. The actual tightest spot for this TCI Nova frame and running a big old fat 4L80E, there's two real tight spots that I gotta show you down here. I actually haven't manipulated my floor pan at all, so surprise. You can see right up where the tubes come off of the transmission for your cooling lines. These ones were the ones that were cut off, so not worried that it's bent right there. I'm going to replace them, but the normal tubes, they come straight out of there. I bent that down, so I'm going to have to probably custom bend a tube. And then the one that's further up front, if I can get any light on it over there. Anyways, it popped out because I was pushing on it. So that's about the only spot of worry when installing a 4L80E in an older Nova like this. And then also, this one's going to be very hard to even get the camera even close to seeing up there, but if you can see that little point right there on the top of the tranny, just makes a little peak. That is actually touching the floor pan, just barely. And I tried using my brand new Energy suspension tranny mount right there, but it's another maybe 1/4 of an inch thicker than the one that was on here from the junkyard. And so I couldn't use it, I had to use this one. And on this TCI frame, I thought about just swapping that to the bottom, like just this piece, and just bolting it to the bottom and having the bolts hold the load. But if you look right here, when I tried to do that, this piece right there, on this side, it looks like it probably would have worked. But then if you come over to the other side, you can see how much further over I am over that, to where I couldn't actually get it in. It was hitting right here on this piece. And then maybe there's a chance I could have loosened the main big bolts right here and slid it out a little, but I didn't want to fight that right now, so I just put the old tranny mount in, and it's pushed up tight, kind of touching the floor pan, just barely at that one spot. And honestly, I don't care. I think that's gonna be just fine. But so motor's in, tranny cross members in, drive lines should be good to go. I'm kind of concerned about where it comes across. There's kind of a low point. I'll see if I can get this magnet light stuck somewhere to show you. Well, I'll just back up a ways. Okay, looking straight down there, I'm going to hold the camera right at the rear yoke, and I mean, I guess it looks fine. It looks like the drive line should clear and be tucked up in here nice and tight. It looks like from this eye's view that right in somewhere in here it'll be the closest point, but should be alright. still have, depending on the diameter of the driveline that I get built, it'll probably still have like an inch of clearance or so. But roll on out of here. That's progress so far. I put one of my seats in for fun and put the cover on it to see how comfy they are, and the seat covers make a world of difference on those Kirky seats. They're actually quite comfy with those and all that foam on the bottom. Next project is probably going to be to get some feet welded on this fuel cell, because if you can see, I want the fuel cell back as far as I can get for weight distribution purposes. And you can see this old gas neck where the old tank, if people recall, you pull your license plate open and then you had a filler tube that went down through right here into your old gas tank. So that kind of translates into the trunk here. And if I want to have this all the way back, I'm going to need to probably weld on some angle aluminum or something on this side that'll come down and out, and then I'll just drill holes and just bolt it. So that's the next project, is get some angle aluminum welded on that, and then I'll bolt the fuel cell in, start running fuel lines, and I gotta start working on bolting up all my fuel injection kit. Messy garage. Sorry about tripping and being all shaky, but there's all the giant box of Fast XFI 2.0 that's going in, so that's also coming up. Alrighty, give me a like and a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll have plenty more updates. Thanks.